My name is Justyn Settles. I am the project specialist for IDRC, the Identification and Recruitment Consortium. We're so glad that everybody could be here with us today to participate in this conference and to see this presentation. Today's presentation is entitled The Electronic Survey Tool, How to Use It and How to Promote It. But before we get into the presentation, I would like to do a little bit of housekeeping first. We encourage everybody that's participating this week to join in, download the Whova app on your phone. There's plenty of space there to ask questions, to connect with other recruiters from all over the country. There's a place for you to introduce yourself. So we encourage everybody to get on the app, make those connections, build those bridges, and meet people that you wouldn't have otherwise had the opportunity to meet. I would also like to take the time now to show you how to access recordings of the presentations that you will be seeing. If you go to the IDRC website, which I'm sharing the link in the chat right now, it's just www.idr-consortium.net. From here, you can scroll down and we see right on the front page all about the conference. And so if you click on where it says session agenda, that'll take you straight to the agenda page on Whova. And from there, you can see each presentation that's going to be given, and there's a link where you can watch the recorded videos. So you can go back if there's a session that you were interested in that you might have missed, you can go back and watch any session that is available. There is a password to watch the sessions, but the password is this invitation code, which you can find right here, right from the IDRC website. All right. So today's presentation, like I said, is all about the electronic survey tool. The electronic survey tool is a new tool that the IDRC consortium has developed in conjunction with its partner states to hopefully make recruiting a little bit easier for everyone around the country. The IDRC electronic survey tool is a tool for your state's migrant education program to extend their reach in the community by allowing school districts, agribusinesses, community partners, currently enrolled families, and more to send in referrals that might potentially qualify. So what is the IDRC electronic survey tool? The electronic survey tool is an online platform that is designed to be an additional tool that states can use to help supplement their current recruiting efforts. We want to stress that the electronic survey tool is not meant to replace anything that states are already doing. We want states to be able to take it and use it in their current efforts. The electronic survey tool is designed to be flexible so you can use it however your state needs, as well as designed to be self-run and self-managed. And so what that means is that once your state has been given access to the tool, your state can control it by adding, creating new accounts, managing the referrals that are sent in. And so you do not need to be reaching out for outside help to get your state up and running. The IDRC electronic survey tool is a great tool to use in collaboration with M6 to help receive referrals. We have a lot of people that ask, when we have M6, so why do we also need the electronic survey tool? And the reason for that is because on the electronic survey tool, anyone with a link to the tool can submit a referral through the platform. So a family does not need to have been previously found eligible for the migrant education program for a referral to be completed. A family can even submit a referral about themselves when they've moved. And so M6 is a terrific tool to use for families that are moving from state to state. And the electronic survey tool that IDRC's created can be used to help with those interstate moves or to get referrals from within your community. The electronic survey tool is a great tool for receiving referrals quickly from schools and agribusinesses all across the state. The electronic survey tool has been found to greatly reduce the amount of time between when a referral is received and when a student or family can be contacted. One state during the initial piloting found that the IDRC electronic survey tool helped reduce the amount of time between when a referral is received and when a student or their family is contacted from 2 weeks down to 24 hours. The electronic survey tool referral page, which you can see a screenshot of here, is where all referrals can be completed. It can be quickly accessed and shared by anyone who has the link. A referral can be completed in only 1 to 2 minutes. When we were testing out and piloting the system, sending it to member states, we were having recruiters and community members go in, test out the system, and we were timing them and found that on average, a referral only takes 1 to 2 minutes, so it can be completed real quickly. To access the referral tool, all you have to do is go to idrreferrals.net. I pasted the link to the referral tool in the chat box for anybody to see. And so now I'm going to take you through and show you a quick demonstration of the referral tool so you can see what it's like in real time. When you go to idrreferrals.net, this is the screen page showing you the referral tool, allowing where you can submit the referrals. One thing to notice here is that the referral tool is available in multiple languages. We wanted people to be able to submit a referral in the language that they most feel comfortable in. In the lower left corner of the screen, you'll see this drop-down menu. In here, you can click on it and choose which language you would like to submit a referral in. We currently have the options for English, Spanish, and Portuguese, and we're working to try to get more languages available and ready every day. We would like to add options for Swahili, for a couple of Southeast Asian languages as well, possibly even some dialects from Central America. And so if you are able to translate and you would be interested in translating the system, feel free to send me an email and we can work something out. To submit a referral after going to idrreferrals.net, all you have to do is click the Start Here button. That'll take you to the first page of the referral system. The first page of the referral system is asking all about information related to the family. It first asks for the parent or guardian name, the address where they are living, and the state that they are living in. So we're going to go ahead and complete a test referral. After the state, it asks for the city. And the city box is automatically populated with all the cities from the state that you have chosen. Once you select the city, the county will automatically be filled in. The county box is important because that is how the system knows how to assign each referral to each recruiter. After that, you can fill in the phone number, and then the referral asks if there's anyone in the household under the age of 22. This is the only question related to the migratory children, to the potentially eligible children in the program. We wanted to make sure that the referral system was safe and secure and not asking for any identifiable information about the children so that it could be safe and make sure that we're following all privacy laws. After you click yes, you can hit the next button to go on to the next page. It's important to note that at the bottom of the screen, you can see a toolbar that tells you exactly how much of the referral you have completed. So at any point, you can know how much more is left to go. At any time, if you need to go back to a previous screen, you can hit the previous button, and that'll take you back where you can edit the information you have already put in. The second page here of the electronic survey tool is asking all about the work information and the move information of the potential qualifying family. And so it asks if anybody in the household has moved or traveled for work in the last 36 months. You can click yes, no, or unknown if you are not sure. As well, it asks if anybody in the household has been employed in agriculture or fishing work during that move. And again, you can click yes, no, or unknown. After clicking yes, you can then choose which of the pictures and types of work best matches the work that was performed. You can choose as many different types as you would like, and it just helps the recruiter assigned to the referral have an idea of what kind of work was performed. After that, you can click the next button, and this will take you to the last page of the electronic survey. The last page is asking for the contact information for the person who submitted the referral, as well as any additional information that might help with the referral. And so the additional comments box is left open for you and your state to use how you wish. The additional comments box, some states use that to type in previous qualifying information if a family previously qualified, as well as to type in, what time or what day of the week it's best to contact the family. After you have completed both portions, you can click next and it'll automatically submit the referral. A message will pop up letting you know that the referral has been entered and that the information has been submitted and someone will be contacting them shortly. We have a question, is it meant to be used in addition to the move notifications on M6? If you can send a move notification through M6, we encourage you to do so. But the difference between the IDRC electronic survey tool and M6 is that the electronic survey tool from IDRC, anybody can submit referrals. And so whereas only migrant education program staff can submit a referral through M6 for a family that is previously qualified, the electronic survey tool can be used to get referrals from anybody in the community. And so you can share the electronic survey tool, with teachers that you work closely with that might find students in their classroom that could be eligible. You can share the electronic survey tool with community partners that might interact with similar populations. And so there's a lot of different options for how you can share the electronic survey tool and use it in addition from M6. And so once the survey has been submitted, an email is sent directly to the recruiter. And so the other benefit of the electronic survey tool is that the electronic survey tool lets the recruiter know instantaneously the moment they receive a new referral in their area. So the email is sent directly to the recruiter's email, letting them know that, hey, you have a new referral that you can check up on. And so you can see here in this screenshot, this is what the email looks like. They get an email straight to their inbox that says MEP new referral, and letting them know that they have been assigned a new referral that they can then enter into the system to read up on and follow up with. There is also an administrative side of the electronic survey tool. The electronic survey tool admin page is where referrals the electronic survey tool admin page is where referrals can be viewed after they're completed, and that's where you can declare them eligible or ineligible as well. We have one question. It goes straight to the recruiter without passing through administration first. And so supervisors and the recruiters are both informed of the referral anytime a referral is submitted, so that supervisors can know as well when their recruiters are getting referrals, so they can make sure that the recruiters are following up on them. The admin page can be found at idrreferrals.net referrals.net/admin. And again, that is where all referrals can be seen. So just going to show you a quick demonstration of what the admin page looks like. Again, it's idrreferrals.net/admin. And so from there, you have the chance to log in to the system. From the login page, at any time, you can hit the reset password button. If you cannot remember your password, you will be sent an email allowing you to reset your password. When you log in to the system, you're taken immediately to the home page for the administrative side. On the upper right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see a menu button. From the menu button, you can scroll down, you can see users in the system. And so supervisors and state administrators have the option of being able to create and edit new users in the system. Recruiters have the option of being able to see the referrals. So if you go and click on referrals, that'll take you straight to the referrals page. So from here at the top is the search bar. You can search for referrals according to the name that's on the referral, to the state where the referral is from, even down to the county. So if you select the state from the drop-down menu, you can then even choose the county from the drop-down menu that you would like to see. Referrals are assigned by county. And so if that is how the referral system knows which recruiter to be able to send it to. And so when you create a new user account, you can assign counties to recruiters so that then they are automatically sent any referral that comes in for those counties. If more than one recruiter is assigned to a county, then all recruiters have the ability to see the referrals in that county. And so once you're ready to search, you can hit the search button here as shown by the magnifying glass. And that'll show you all referrals that meet the criteria that you search for. And so from here, you can see the referral. It shows you the parent information with the name of the parent, the phone number. You can see the address of the referral. And so this one down here at the very bottom is the one that we most recently submitted. You can see the contact information for who submitted the referral, as well as any additional comments that they might have submitted. And then you can see this menu where it shows the status of the referral. And so the status of the referral lets you know who it has been assigned to, whether the referral was found to be eligible or not. And so when the status says undetermined, that means that the recruiter has not yet decided if the referral is eligible or ineligible. You can see it says assigned, and then right below that, you can see the recruiter that the referral has been assigned to. And so in this case, since we are doing test referrals, it was assigned to our test 4 account. On the right-hand column, you can see the navigation menu that lets you look at the referral. The first button is the referral detail button. You can open that up and it'll show you all the information about the referral that you are looking to see. It includes who the referral has been assigned to, again, the parent name, phone number, address, the city and county where the referral is, as well as what type of work was selected when the referral was completed. You can see the contact information of who submitted the referral, any additional comments that were provided, and you can see what language the referral was completed in. That can be very useful, especially when you have families that might not speak a language that you are familiar with, so you can see what language they used on the referral to know if you need any help translating in the future. You can also see whether the referral was determined to be eligible or ineligible, when the referral was created, and when the last time the information with the referral was updated. The second button is the log button, and that just goes to show you the history of the referral in question. And so again, we can see that this referral was created on March 3rd, and it was assigned to our test 4 user on March 3rd as well. Any additional changes, whether it's the assigned recruiter is changed or the determination about eligibility, will also show up in the referral detail box as well. And then the last button is the edit referral or update referral button. When you click on that, a window will pop up that allows you to update the information related to the referral. From here, you can determine if the referral is eligible or ineligible by selecting from the drop-down menu. Or if you decide that more information is needed, you can select undetermined and then return back at a later date. For supervisors and state admins, you also have the ability in this update window to manually assign recruiters to referrals. And so if you would like a different recruiter to be assigned to a referral, you, from where it says assign, you can select the recruiter name from the drop-down menu. It will show you all the recruiters that are assigned to the county where the referral is at. And so for some states that may have multiple school districts in a county where recruiters only work with one school district or another, you can choose which recruiter needs to be assigned to that referral here in the system. We have one question, what would happen if the recruiter was away on leave? So again, when a referral is submitted, the email is sent both to the recruiter and to the administrator. And so, for example, if a recruiter is away on leave, the administrator will always get that email letting them know that there is a referral so that somebody else can follow up with it. At any point in time as well, the state admins have the ability to go in and update to make recruiters active or inactive. And so if a recruiter is going to be on leave for an extended period of time, they can declare that recruiter inactive so that they're making sure that they're not accidentally getting any recruiter or any referrals that they're not able to follow up on. Once you have made changes in the referral update button, you can click save. And that will allow you to save and update the referral. You also have the option at any point during the search to download the search results by clicking on the spreadsheet button. So from here, you can click the spreadsheet button and that'll print off a list of all the referrals that are in the system that meet your search criteria. So you can open it up in a spreadsheet. When you open it up in a spreadsheet, it does show you when the referral was, last updated, so you can know exactly if recruiters are following up on it. Downloading the spreadsheet information is also very useful because you can then take that, it has the addresses on it. You can put that, create a map of all the referrals to follow up on if you need to. You can see exactly where the referrals are coming from. We have a question that asks if a coordinator can know, when was the last time something happened with the referral, and they can go and check and see through the referral log button exactly, when the last time a recruiter updated the referral. So you can see here when you click the referral log button, which is the middle button in this column, it'll show you the date the referral was created, the date the referral was assigned, and then you can see here as well, we just updated it to say that the referral was eligible. And so it shows in the log the recruiter that declared the referral eligible. In this case, the user was me. It says the referral was updated, and it even lets you know the date and time. So supervisors are able to follow up, and you can see exactly, how long it takes for a recruiter, for example, to follow up on a referral. The referral did not automatically put the eligible. That was because when you click on the referral update window, you can choose from there, from this drop-down menu. Each recruiter has the option to say after they followed up with it, they can go into the system and write down whether the referral was eligible or ineligible and update it. And so that is how you can view and see new referrals in the system. One thing I did mention that I would like to point out is that, again, from the front page of the referral pay, or from the administrative side of the electronic survey tool, you have the option to be able to reset your password. So at any point, if you're struggling to get into the system, you can click that reset password button and an email link will automatically be sent to you to be able to reset your password. From there, you can click the link in the email sent to you, and that'll take you straight to your account settings page. We have had with other people, other states, they've had issues with the email password reset being sent to their junk folder. So if you go to reset your password, make sure that it's not being sent to your junk folder. From there, it'll take you straight to your settings page, and you can click on the update password button that you can see here on the left. And that'll automatically generate a new password for you. The new password will appear down below. The system, we wanted to value security and the privacy of our families. So all passwords for the system are randomly generated. Many states around the country require that in order to access family or student data, that passwords be randomly generated. So in order to be compliant with all laws around the country, passwords have to be randomly generated. So when you update your password and you get your new password, you can see it appears down below. Make sure that you copy that down, you write it down, and you save it so you can access and enter the system. It's important to know that the electronic survey tool is able to be used not just by recruiters. Again, anybody with a link can access the system. If your state is interested in using the system, we encourage you all to reach out. To gain access, we do require for state directors to approve before giving access to recruiters in the state. So if it is something that you are interested in, please reach out to your supervisor and let them know. All IDRC member states have access to it currently as well. But if you are not a member state, reach out to your supervisor so that your state director can reach out to us so we can get you access. But as mentioned, it's a great tool, not just for recruiters, but all MEP staff. State directors and coordinators can easily see the referrals that are being received by their state. As we saw, they can go in, see when referrals are being updated. And so we have directors can use the information to ensure that referrals are being followed up with in a timely fashion so that they can learn more about what is actually happening in their state and the efforts of their recruiters. Data specialists can use the system to securely let MEP staff know when students have moved and to share information with other team members. We have some states that are currently using the electronic survey tool system to let recruiters and staff members know about interstate moves. And so when students move from one portion of the state to another, they're using the system to securely let the recruiters in that other portion of the state know that there's a new student available. The electronic survey tool also can let data specialists know quickly when students and families have moved away. Service providers can also use and have access to the electronic survey tool Service providers are the ones that are regularly interacting with families, and they can use the electronic survey tool as well to ask for referrals from families and to communicate with the IDNR team when new families are arriving or when their families are leaving as well. So we've had several questions about how to share the electronic survey tool and about brochures that are available. And we're going to get to that in just a bit. I'm really excited to show you what we have and the materials we have that allow you to share the electronic survey tool out there. We do have a lot of training materials available for the electronic survey tool from the IDRC website. To access that, you can go to the link, which I'm posting in chat now, which is the electronic survey tool pilot page, or from the IDRC website from their homepage, which again is just idr-consortium.net. You can scroll over to where it says what's new. And from here, you will see a whole section of links directly related to the electronic survey tool. And so from here, you can click on where it says electronic survey tool training resources. And from here, you have access. This is where we're going to be posting different brochures that we have available. We have a training manual here on the left. You can click training manual. And it is a whole manual dedicated to talking about the use for the electronic survey tool, letting you know what it is, the different types, different sides of the tool, how to submit a referral, how to view and update referrals, as well as how to manage users. So for admins that need to know how to create new users and assign users to areas, all that information is available to them. We also created training videos. We created a YouTube account just to be able to post new training videos. We created a playlist that'll show you, take you down. Each one is short, brief, let you know how to submit a referral, how to view referrals. And so at any point, if you need to know how to do something, you can access the training videos in the training manual. We also, from the electronic survey tool training resource page, we have a document that's all about the system security. So for anybody that's curious about how the data is protected, they can download. It's a Word document that you can store for your records so that you can have it to know that the data is secure. Other materials available include all the different brochures. You can see here on the left, there's different brochures for different types of situations. There's just a generic brochure that can be used to hand out that discusses the electronic survey tool and how people can access it. There's a brochure that can be handed directly to school districts. So we have one person that asked if schools can embed the tool in their registration, and they certainly can. And there's multiple ways that they can do that. This is a brochure that can be printed off for free for everybody that's available, that they can be submitted, can be handed out to families. And then we even have brochures that can be handed out to agribusinesses and to farm workers, letting them know. We are currently working on getting these brochures and the materials translated into Spanish, and in the future we hope to be able to have them available in multiple languages so that when you are out working in the field, you have materials that you can share readily with farm workers, farm owners, agribusinesses, families, to let them know how to access the tool so that they can submit a referral. So now let's move on to how you can actually use and implement the electronic survey tool in your own state. As we mentioned, the electronic survey tool has been designed to be flexible and to be used in a variety of situations. We wanted it to be able to be accessible to as many people as possible so that states can cast as wide of a net as possible. Oftentimes when you're recruiting, it's important to try to build as large of a network as you can so that you can get as much information as possible. And so we wanted the electronic survey tool to be easy to be shared and to be able to be completed quickly. And as I mentioned, a new referral can be completed in only 1 to 2 minutes. We talked about the flyers that we just saw, and we are constantly working to create new flyers that are available. And so we'll see here in a little bit some more materials that we've created that we're going to be uploading shortly to the website. Each brochure that you saw on the website is designed for a specific situation and explains a little bit briefly on who is eligible for the migrant education program and how people can submit referrals, and even what the migrant education program is for those that might not be familiar with it. The flyers are designed, as we saw, to be given to agribusinesses, to schools, to be general advertisements, and even more that are on their way. So we encourage, as we're sitting here, we'll talk a little bit more about how to share it. But like I said, we want states to be able to use the electronic survey tool and incorporate it into what they're already doing. And so we encourage everybody to create your own flyers to hang in the community, to advertise your local MEP services, and to include the link and access to the electronic survey tool in the materials that you're creating. You can train teachers or migrant liaisons so that they know how to fill out the electronic survey tool. Again, if you already have a current occupational survey, home language survey that students in your state are submitting, that's terrific. Continue using that. But for those states or areas that might not have a survey that is used in schools, the electronic survey tool can be shared with teachers, with liaisons at schools that are regularly interacting with students and their families, so that they can let you know anytime they encounter a student that might be eligible. You can share the electronic survey tool with local agricultural businesses to encourage them to share it with new employees to fill out during orientation. We have one state that was working with an egg processor, and every time a new person is hired, they are shared, a packet that includes a flyer for the electronic survey tool, and they're encouraged to fill out the electronic survey tool so that they can let the migrant education program in their area know exactly where they're living and if they might be eligible. We have one question that, would you mind sharing all the links again? They were in the chat and couldn't see them here. Yes, of course we can submit. I will share all the links. The presentation slides are going to be available after the presentation for everybody, and I can also create a document afterwards and upload it to the document section in Whova that has all the links, so that anybody that might have missed out on the links can go back through and see it. And we have another question in chat that asks if they just filled out a test referral. How long is the timing between when a referral is submitted and the recruiter receives the email? And it's instantaneous. It's literally takes seconds. I received an email a minute ago about a new referral in the system that didn't have a recruiter assigned. So I assume that must be the test referral that you submitted. If there's nobody assigned to that area, and so again, the emails are only sent out if a recruiter account has been created and assigned to that county. If nobody is assigned to that area, the email is sent to the administrator. And if there's nobody else for it to be assigned to, I receive emails so I can let the state know that there is a new referral, so that there's always somebody who's going to receive the notification about the referral, so that even if nobody else in the state is there, we have several referrals that come in from states that are not member states. And when that happens, I reach out to the member state just to let them know, hey, you have a couple referrals that you can follow up with. Some other ideas that you can see, we have a QR code, and somebody mentioned it in chat, that's free, available for anybody to download and use. For those that aren't aware about what a QR code is, a QR code is a digital code It's a square that you've probably seen it that looks a little pixelated. We're going to be looking at it here in a bit. And you can use the camera on your phone to scan the QR code and it'll open up a link. And so in this case, we created a QR code that takes you directly to the electronic survey tool to submit a referral. And so you can print the QR code on any printed material out there. We had somebody asking earlier. If they could print it on school information like packets and stuff like that. You can print the QR code on anything that's available, and it should open up the link and take you there. So we've had some states that print the QR code onto business cards. And so when they hand out business cards to the families have that business cards with them and they show them how to access the QR code. You can add a link to the electronic survey tool in your email signature. My email currently has the electronic survey tool link down at the bottom so that anybody that gets an email from me, they'll see that request and say, hey, if you know anybody that might qualify, please let us know. You can also share the electronic survey tool with local migrant health services, migrant Head Starts, food banks, or any other community organizations that you might be partnering with, refugee organizations that are working in your area, churches. We've seen some states that are sharing it with local churches that are interacting and real involved in the migrant community. So it can be shared with anybody that you're already partnering with. And so when we're talking about sharing and getting referrals, a Forbes study of marketing shows that you can significantly increase the chance of referrals by making it as easy as possible to submit a referral. And so we encourage the states that are using the electronic survey tool to place the links, the QR codes, on any flyers, postcards, welcome bags, business cards. The more you give people access and make it easier for them to submit a referral, the more likely you're going to get referrals coming in. And so if people don't have to go and hunt down for how they can send you information, send you referrals, and they know and have easy access to it, the more likely it is for us to receive information. And so just a couple of examples, you can take the link. We wanted to make sure the link was easy to remember, just idrreferrals.net. We wanted to make sure it was short so you could post it somewhere to be easily accessible. You could print it on any material so that people can see it and type it in. You can share it on social media, whether that be Twitter, on Facebook if you have a migrant education program, Facebook account, or like I mentioned, you can add it to your email signature. And so you can see here from the screenshot, this is my current email signature. I just added at the bottom there the line and put it in bold. Do you know someone who could qualify for MEP? Let us know here. It included the link to the referral. So we talked earlier about the QR code. This right here is the QR code for the page. And so you should be able to scan. You take the camera on your phone and you scan the QR code here on the page, and a message will pop up asking if you would like to open the link. You can open that link and it'll take you directly to the front page of the electronic survey tool referral system so you can submit a referral. And so I just scanned the QR code just to make sure that it is in fact working, and it opened up on my phone. If you are having issues opening it up on your phone after the presentation, feel free to reach out to me, send me an email and let me know. The QR code, again, is free, available to download straight from the IDRC website so that anybody can copy it and paste it on any materials that they have that they're printing off with. When you share the QR code, try to share it, like I said, as much as possible. You can share it at PAC meetings, so your parental engagement meetings, parental advisory meetings. We encourage people, sharing at PAC meetings is a really good choice because those are families that are already involved with the program, already know the program well. And so they know exactly what it is that you're doing. And so giving them access to send you information quickly in the moment is a terrific way of helping to get referrals. But when you are sharing the QR code, make sure that you always demonstrate how the families can use the QR code and how they can open the link. The QR code is a relatively new couple of technology the last few years, and so people might not be familiar with it. The QR code is free for anybody to use, and so if you know, even if your state is not using the electronic survey tool, but you still want people to be able to potentially send in referrals, again, all referrals that are from outside of states that are not using the system, I get those and let states know about it. You can do that as well. And so some examples of how you can use the QR code in advertising for the program, you can see here again, we mentioned printing the QR code on business cards. And so this is a quick little business card I created online. Just to show you that you can print it off on the business card and hand out to families. I have found that families regularly keep business cards from the migrant education program. When I was a recruiter for nearly 8 years in the state of Tennessee, and there was one family that would come back every year. They would go between Florida to Georgia to Tennessee and back down to Florida. And it was humorous because the family kept every single business card from every recruiter that they had in a binder. It was almost like they had like you would keep a binder full of baseball cards, but it was from business cards from recruiters. So they had the business cards just in case they ever needed anything. And so they would often keep the business cards right next to their phone. And so families, if you share your business cards with them and they know you and they know the program, are very likely to keep your business card, save it forever. And so it's a good idea to print the QR code, print the link to the referral system on the business card so they have it, so that anytime they do need to submit a referral, they can do so. The QR code can also be shared in flyers that you're hanging out in the community. And so for a long time, the migrant education program, we've either had a 1-800 number that Escort was providing that people could use, or people would post their own phone numbers on flyers and hang it out in like laundromats or tiendas, little stores, hanging out in churches, other places where migrant families might congregate or migrant workers might congregate. But there's always that risk of when you share your phone number out in the community, you don't know who is going to come and take that phone number and what they're going to do with it. And so with the QR code, you can just attach the QR code to a flyer, and then anybody that sees your flyer out in the community can easily scan the QR code and submit their information through the electronic survey tool. And so it even adds a little bit of extra layer of safety, hopefully for recruiters and NEP staff as well. And so you can see here, this is an example of a flyer I made that you could hang in the community. We'll hopefully get that up on the IDRC website here shortly so that anybody can take that and use that as well. You can also hand out postcards with the QR code to families who move frequently. We've seen some states have great success doing this, where they created little miniature postcards that families can keep that have the QR code or the link to the electronic survey tool. And they encourage families to say, hey, when you move, or if you're planning getting ready to move, go ahead and access the survey tool and let us know. And so they hand out the postcards to families. The families keep them, and then whenever they're moving, they can just fill in a referral about themselves to let the recruiters in the area that they're moving to know that they're about to arrive. And so it's a way of helping to ensure, that services are being received quickly and promptly as well. You can also send digital postcards with instructions on how to send referrals to emails and addresses of local agricultural businesses. You can see here, this is just a quick little referral, postcard. We've had some states use these. They are sending them across text messages to potential workers that they meet. They're sending them through email to the businesses that they're working with. They're sending them through WhatsApp, Facebook message. All of it can be saved in a digital, file format and then shared so that people can have it with access to it. One tool that is available now for every single state in the country, IDRC has gone through and created maps of all the H-2A and H-2B visa orders in your state. For those that are unfamiliar with what an H-2A or H-2B visa is, those are contracted workers that are coming in for temporary or seasonal. H-2A workers are specifically for workers that are moving in to your state for agriculture. And so one of the ways of being able to use the electronic survey tool is you can go on IDRC's website. And if you scroll down, you can see here on the left, it'll say H-2A, H-2B state maps. And if you click on that, that'll take you to our map page. And so we have available, we have gone through and created maps using Batch Geo. For those that are unfamiliar with Batch Geo, it is a mapping platform similar to Google Maps, which is a little bit more secure. You can put a password on your maps. And so you can just go through and define your state. If you click on the state name, that'll allow you to download a spreadsheet with all the locations. But you can see here the little map icon. If you click on that, that'll take you to the map. There is a password, which is just IDRC. And so here are all the H-2A and H-2B visa orders in the state of Arizona. And so from here, you can see the different farms that are bringing in contracted workers. And so you can reach out to them through their email address if it's applied, through their phone number, and share with them, for example, one of those flyers about the electronic survey tool. And so it's a great way of looking up and seeing, what farms in your area are bringing in workers as well, so that you can then get out there and share. We also, in addition to the maps of the farms, there are maps for the housing addresses as well. And so the first button icon is for the maps of all the farms, and then the third icon here is for the housing addresses. And so you can click on to access the map for the housing addresses, so you can see all the housing addresses where the contracted workers are living. And it's color coded according to how many people are there. So you can easily look, you can see at the bottom, each color represents a different housing occupancy for how many people are at that site. So you can know exactly how many people to expect you need to talk to. And so we have both the farms and the housing address maps available for every single state in the country. I'm sharing the link to that in the Zoom chat as well for you to have. And so again, all the password is IDRC in capitals. If you are interested in looking at your state's maps, but we encourage you to go check it out if you aren't aware of the H-2A orders in your state. And again, you can use these maps to share, to send flyers, to get that contact information, to know who you can share the electronic survey tool with. Are these from this year's work orders? Yes. So these maps are updated once a month. And so the new updated maps will actually be updated this afternoon, today. And so I just have to refresh the maps. They were last updated in March. And so they are the most recent work orders. We have we use the technology to automatically download all the new information that's coming from the Department of Labor website so that we can take that. Then once that information is sent in, we go through and sort out the information to take away any of the H-2A orders that, for example, might be related to non-qualifying activities like horses or stable work, as well as non-qualifying H-2B visa work, because to make sure that the lists that are sent out in the maps are high quality and only the locations that are doing potentially qualifying work. And so we encourage everybody to go check out the maps, use those to get in contact with farms in your area that you can share the electronic survey tool with. All right. Well, we really appreciate everybody joining us this morning and hearing about this new resource that's available. Again, it is a free tool that's available for every state in the country. If you're a member state, your state already has access to it. If you're a non-IDRC member state but are interested in using, feel free to reach out. Let me know. Here's my email address. We can talk to your state director to get information to them, to get approval, to get access to the system. We encourage everybody to use the electronic survey tool, get creative, let us know how it's going. If migrant education program has so many hardworking individuals that are so creative about getting out there and trying new things, and so we love to hear the ideas of how you are using it. And so anybody that has new ideas about how they're using the tool, I would love to hear it so that we can share it with other states, so that other states can be joining in on the great work that you're doing. But thank you all so much for joining us here today. I look forward to seeing you all at the rest of the presentations this afternoon and tomorrow. Again, we encourage you all to go check out the Whova app, join in the community discussions. And if you have any other questions, feel free to send me an email, and I will be making sure to get all the links in a document to you all so you have easy access to them. But thank you and have a great day.